We good? Hello. That moment where I start up a stream and I think it's good, and then my microphone has no audio to it. GG. GG. Okay, so let's go over this because I started talking and explaining stuff, and then that happened. So I watch a lot of cdawgva or Connor. Connor's a big YouTuber and does a lot of Twitch streaming, but some of the funniest videos that he does are covering what people have in their rooms and reviewing their entire rooms. For the sake of Connor, obviously just so I don't get called out about this stuff in future, I'm not monetizing this video. But yeah, I thought this one would be funny for us to have a go over, because at one point in the video here, I'm going to let you see this, but Connor looks at this guy's room and it's full of like figs and stuff that is questionable, is the best way of putting it. The guy clearly knows what he likes, but oh my god, there's so much in this one room, right? So we're going to go ahead and play it. So in this one room, you think, okay, it's not too bad, it's just one corner. You can't see too much of it here, obviously, because of it being kind of like zoomed out. I was watching it before on a bigger screen, but it was nuts. But Connor basically goes on about how much stuff is here and what's here. And this is all the same room, but mind you, they've got like wall scrolls here. They've got a body pillow for freaking Mirako from My Hero Academia. They've got a pizza maker, which I found pretty amusing. There's the body pillow. But then, like, when they look at all the figs and stuff, there's a freaking Bowsette poster here, and then there's a load of figures along the side. Just wait till he comes here. Here we go. It's your room. No, it really isn't. We've got a load of figures, of which some are interesting in terms of, like, the Konosuba ones, and then there's a lot of questionable ones. There's some ReZero stuff, there's some Sword Art Online, there's Nagatoro, I think, there. I'm trying to think, there's some Ruby stuff. There's a load of, like, Darling in the Franxx, and I think that's Bunny Girl Senpai. But the reason why this had me looking and had me laughing in particular with Gem before is because of the sheer cost about this, right? Because when you look at each one of these Bunny Girl figs, for anyone that knows this stuff when it comes to anime figures and stuff like that, you'll know that Bunny Girl figures are some of the most expensive. They'll go, well, yeah, kind of some of the most expensive, depending on whether you've seen any more of like Trash Tastes content or whatnot. That's debatable, but Bunny Girl ones go for a lot. They go for like easily over 150, easily at minimum. And this person has literally like an entire mountain of them, plus a bunch of other stuff, and then a ton of Mirako stuff everywhere. Hey Shoga. So you'll just get to see this. It is absolutely insane. I don't know why they've just got like a ton of Mirako stuff everywhere. Yeah, it's nuts. There's some amiibos there. They're clearly doing weights. I think they really like the muscle girls. Jen said that before, because I was like, man, this guy's into Mirako a lot. But then when you look, this guy is clearly into stuff like bodysuits, weightlifting, bunny girls, I think swimsuits as well. It's just like, wait, what? But yeah, just keep watching. It's nuts. When we go back to the figures, that's when it's absolutely ridiculous, because the amount of figures that this guy has. I love the way Connor's taking the mick out of his seat there. Just like, dude, you can afford all of this, but not a good seat. Here we go. So we got some other interesting stuff here. Some interesting choicing like posters and other stuff. But even more figures up here. Just the... Connor's on about the Pizza Plus here. The the Pizza Plus alone is like $84. Makes pizza from Fresh and Frozen, but here we go. We got stuff like Darling in the Franxx, Nagatoro over here in a swimsuit, Konosuba, some My Hero stuff, the Bunny Girl outfits, Darling in the Franxx again, Mirako over here, of which I think some of this is custom or whatever. the Dakimakura, yeah, the body pillows. And then these older choice figures. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess there's easily over a couple of grand here, which is why I thought I'd bring this to your attention, like, guesses please, because I reckon the bunny girls alone are gonna be close to, like, maybe 500, if not more. Primarily because of there being that many of them. 500 is just me lowballing it. Like, the Darling in the Franxx one there in the wedding outfit alone is probably going to rack up about 100. Not so sure about the My Hero stuff, and I don't know about the Nagatoro stuff. I think or at least I'm guessing the Konosuba stuff up there, because we've got like Chibi Darkness, and then we've got standard stuff that looks a little bit like some of the pop figure stuff that's out at the moment by Good Smile. Good Smile have started doing this new line where they put out slightly more obscure figures or whatever, but they put them out for a decent price compared to some of the other stuff that they do, like full statues or Figma or whatever. I reckon those kind of super ones are easily going to net like 100, maybe say up to about 140 to 150 between them, between both Aqua and Megumin, with Darkness just kind of being there because she's not a full fig. But then you've got like all the other ones here. Can't see the close-up of the Nagatoro one, but I'm going to say that's anywhere between like 20 to maybe 80. The My Hero ones, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're maybe like 120. The Bunny Girl ones, easily like 200 each. Well, it's like I was saying before, I reckon normally when you see bunnies, whenever you see bunny girls on like HLJ and stuff, check out the affiliate link below. Whenever you see bunny girl stuff online, the base bare minimum I've seen is like, I think around 120 to 140. Normally in terms of, wow, nice plug. I had to. I was going for it. The stuff that normally goes, that's the most expensive online, is bunny girl stuff, lingerie stuff, swimsuits, and wedding stuff. I don't know why, they just all tend to be like really big in Japan. The wedding one there, like I said, from Darling in the Franxx, never seen that before, but we can safely say that that's going to be like probably 120 to 140 minimum. The policewoman one, I don't even know what that's from. That's just the... we got another smaller Darling in the Franxx one, which I'm going to say is probably like between 60 to 100 maybe. Let's see what else. We've got some Ruby stuff around here as well. There's a bigger shot here of this. I think there's some ReZero up here, I'm not entirely sure. Like, this is a lot easier on a bigger screen, and of course I've got it zoomed out for you guys for the stream. But, like, when I was watching this before on the TV downstairs with Jen, we were picking out all this stuff and just being like, Jesus Christ, this guy has a massive amount of disposable income. Like, that section down there is just dedicated to the bunnies is nuts. And then I just realized there's another one down there as well, below everything else. Let's see if Connor shows it. Like, the funny thing is, despite joking about it and being like, dude, this guy is a total degen, like, the actual setup of it with all the cabinets and everything in that kind of like small area, it's a nice setup and it's not overly crowded, you know? So it's not as if they've tried to like cram a ton of stuff in one area, so you kind of can't fault them for that. That's Connor's video again. But then, of course, it's a massive room as well. Ain't that hard to collect that much stuff, says Proof. It isn't hard, but, like, it depends on what your job is, you know? Like, if you've not got that much disposable income, then that's impressive. You know? And then, of course, we've got the massive room with a ton of Mirako posters and pictures in the background. This guy clearly likes Mirako. He's even got her on all of his screens. And then a ton of, like, keychain charms. Nearly 3 grand, I'm guessing, says John. Honestly, it could probably be more. Just love just the zoom in on all these images. Is that freaking, Justice from Helltalk or something. I can't remember. Not Justice. Trying to remember the characters. It's been a while since I've watched, since I've seen Helltalk and be played. There's what looks like Sword Art Online again there, a load of different keychains. Reminds me of the guy who built a church to his waifu, says Damon. It's pretty much that. I'll post it on your Discord. Okay. Trying to figure this out. I love the yeah, he's got the booby mouse pads. Everyone's accusing me in chat going, dude, it's your room. And I'm like, no, it isn't. It isn't. And then he brings out the booby mouse pads. You got me there, chat. You got me. That reminds me, I've still got the 3 2B ones that I have around somewhere. I just can't remember where they vanished. But those are the only ones I actually own, just for giggles. Let's see here. What else was around there? Merry Christmas, Dave, says John. Wait, what? Oh no, what have you done? What have you done? That sounds intimidating. This is 100% your apartment. No. Our apartment couldn't fit that much in it. Our house can fit that much stuff in it now. Yeah, there's Darling in the Franxx. There's another bunny girl, which is a large-scale figure as well. 'Tis midnight, says John. Oh no. So, with this as well, one thing that I didn't take into consideration is the larger figs will obviously cost a massive amount more. That figure, we're probably looking at 200 to 300. I think. I don't know what the one is next to it. I think it's a PSP game where it was an all female group of adventurers. And it got panned ages ago because of the character designs, because they're all well endowed is the best way of putting it. John's been shopping. Oh no. Let's see. There's Connor's photo, and then some interesting stuff here. Let's see. Some Ruby stuff. I don't even know. Like, are they like fully metallic things or what? Or are they just framed stuff? It might be the frames metallic. It's just the way the light's catching. At the moment, with it being so small compared to what I was watching it on before, it's hard to pick out certain details. Love the way, clearly, I love the way it's like, oh my god, here with this, but clearly you can pick out the interesting stuff here. Like, John says, nah, I spent it all, it's low on funds. That's good to hear then. Then we've got more Mirako stuff. Is that boxes for stuff? Like, are they empty, or are they actually still full? Because, like, boxed stuff as well is not taken into consideration. This is nuts, the amount of stuff that they've built up, and the massive anime and manga collection, plus PS4 and what looks like Switch games as well. Seriously? Like, no joke, despite everybody calling him a degen, or them a degen, depending. Seriously, nice room. Excuse me. It really is wild. Like, I love watching videos like this, because it's interesting seeing how everybody else lays out their gear, you know, all their stuff. 10 out of 10, you're insane. But yeah, it's nuts watching stuff like this and just seeing how people lay out their stuff and be like, oh, okay, this is cool. Plus you get to nosy and see what everybody else has. It's neat and tidy at least. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, everything isn't like strewn all over the place, and despite the walls looking pretty packed because of, you know, the amount of stuff that's on them, it's not as if there's like the worst. Trying to figure this out. Find the words, Dave. The worst collections that I absolutely hate are the ones where you have like cabinets or you have bookshelves, and the person decides they will literally cram everything into every single millimeter of space. You know, so you end up with, and I know I'm going to get called out for this eventually, but Transformers collectors are guilty of this, where they will literally have like bookshelves from like IKEA or whatever, and because they want certain collections on certain shelves, they will cram every single shelf until you can't make out what is on it. It's just a sea of plastic. You know, that does my head in. That does my head in a lot because it doesn't look good at all. It's just a massive mound of multicolor unless you have like different scales. But this, at least this is spaced out. I love the way I say spaced out and then it zooms in on the booby mouse pads there. It's all good, you know. I'm guilty for my Transformers collection, says David. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not having a go at anybody. It's just the whole thing of it's my pet peeve is just when I'm doing collections and stuff or when I'm displaying things like we used to, I like there being enough room where you can pick out individual objects in the collection and be like, oh, that's easy to see. You can see all the details. There's nothing getting in the way. It doesn't look too cluttered. You know, whereas just jam-packing everything into every millimeter just doesn't look good. This, even with like all the stuff that they've got, at least it's spaced out enough that it doesn't look cluttered. You know, I like my collection, how they look. Oh yeah, no, it's fine, man. It's fine, like I said. I just like the way, again, that this does not look too cluttered. The only thing that kind of looks like it might be a little bit cluttered is the manga shelf, the second one on the top here. But I think that's because they're just kind of like, what do I put here? Because clearly, they've been going up from the bottom, putting the collection in here. Got to here and gone, okay, I need some games in here. I'll throw some games here. Maybe I'll throw the PS4 ones all on one shelf. And then they've been like, you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna. I've got plenty of room, and I can just like use that to just slap some things here. Yeah. Excuse me. But no, it's the price or the amount of stuff in this room and the price of it. I think we're easily looking at $3,000 when you look at all the extra stuff that's in there. Not just figs and everything, like manga, video games, plushies. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is at the higher end of double that. So we're looking at maybe like $6,000 for what's in the entire room. Find a tissue box. Dust, man. Dust up my nose. Not good. Like, it's crazy when you think about it. You collect stuff for ages, and you fill up your house with them. And it's like, okay, you get it looking nice. And then when you actually look and start itemizing each room and what you've got in it, it quickly adds up. You're like, wow, I've spent a lot. Yeah. Find the tissue box. I mean, in the photos. Oh, the tissue box is over here. Hang on, where is it? He points it out. Connor points it out near the beginning where he's like, holy crap. It's over the other side of the room, I think, because this is the other side of the room with the other stuff. So they've got like Funkos. And then we've got like Ruby Figs, which I think are about 60 each, maybe? I could be wrong. You've got Prison School there, which is probably lower end of like 40 to 60 at minimum. We've got like a giant Yang there from Ruby. These aren't the first versions of the Ruby figures as well. They're the more expensive ones because the original ones were like 20 each. Then we've got all these boxes. I don't know if any of these are full. But then you got the body pillow. I swear the tissue box was somewhere around here for a laugh. But yeah, this kind of stuff just fascinates me. It really does fascinate me. Might have to start doing this myself. Just be like, guys, send in photos of your rooms. Nah, I'm messing. There's the wall scrolls, and then like again, here's the interesting stuff where on the top shelf. I think there's Gridman stuff there. Again, this massive figure here. That's gonna cost a bomb. I don't know even what that's from. Here's where I could go around and probably search this stuff up online and find out exactly how much it is, but it's more fun guessing. Is that Dragon Maid in the background? The thing is, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm seeing. I swear that's one of the images from like Dragon Maid. And then of course there's the joke about the bunny girl stuff. And then we go back here. I swear can't find it. I thought it was round there. But yeah, and then we've got swords as well, of which I don't have. Yeah, it is Dragon Maid, says Jan. I thought so. Anyway, I just thought you'd have a laugh at that. I know it's been like 21 minutes for this one little stream. It's past midnight anyway. I just thought you guys would have a laugh at this. It's going to be interesting to see if I find anything else like this in future, because I'm only going to cover the crazy, really crazy ones. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Bye!